President Buhari reassures Nigerians that there's no cause for alarm following the recent defection by some politicians. As Air Force begins deployment of fighter aircraft for immediate and effective response to the menace of activities of bandits in Zamfara State. Plus, studio discussion on release of new improved cotton seeds to farmers. Well, these and more are some of our top stories on Panorama this Monday. I am Ogwa Vivian Onyedibia. President Muhammadu Buhari is reassuring Nigerians that there is absolutely nothing to worry about as a result of the recent defection by Benue State Governor and some members of the National Assembly from the APC. Addressing members of the Nigerian community in Togo, the president emphatically stated that he is not in any way bothered. State House correspondent Damu Sambo reports.
This is the first time President Muhammadu Buhari is visiting the Republic of Togo since coming to power, and therefore another opportunity to hear from Nigerians in the diaspora and bring them up to speed on developments at home. Without mincing words, the Nigerian leader told the people that given the hopeless, hapless and worrisome situation inherited over 3 years ago, the governing APC deserves extolment for its remarkable resilience in the pursuit and enhancement of public good.
I assure you that we have made some progress in the three things our great party follows: security, economy, and fighting corruption. If you want to know if you have a friend in the Northeast, write to him. He will tell you that they have gone back to their farms now. I myself have gone as far as Monguno, which used to be occupied by Boko Haram. And we have invested so much in agriculture. I give you soft loans through the Ministry of Agriculture and the bigger loans through the Central Bank. And we have no regrets. Not everybody is paying back. But we are almost reaching food security. We have stopped importation rice by more than 90%. Rice alone. I assure you, relative to the resources available to us, we have performed.
Responding to a question raised by the APC leader in Togo on the issue of defection from the party, President Buhari maintains that he is not in any way perturbed.
I assure you, I'm not bothered about people who are leaving the party. I believe majority of ordinary Nigerians have developed confidence in us. What we are doing now with infrastructure, if the previous governments have used 25% of what they earn to do the roads, the rail, and power properly, Nigerians would have mind their own businesses. They wouldn't even care what the government was doing. They would mind their own business. But I think because God wills that they will be punished here before they meet him there, they forgot to do anything on the infrastructure. The administration along the line said they spent $16 billion, not Naira, to do the power. Why is it? That's why Nigerians haven't forgotten NEPA. They still call it NEPA. We are doing it, and we are reporting them to Nigerians virtually on a daily basis. Whoever is caught, we will certainly punish them eventually.
Speaker after speaker at the interactive session were full of enthusiastic praise for the unprecedented achievements recorded by the Buhari administration so far, thereby rekindling the hope, confidence and trust of Nigerians in governors.
He has made a positive change in our lives. Nigeria of today is no longer Nigeria of yesterday years. Every kobo spent is accounted for. So we say thank you for inculcating that spirit of discipline in our lives. And transparency.
Nigerians are going to reward you comes 2019, so that the good work you are doing, you will complete it. The work you are doing to expose the corruption in our country today, you will do it, we will support you, and our generation will not forget you.
Nigerian ambassador to Togo, Joseph Olushola Aji, told President Buhari that the nearly 2 million Nigerians in the West African country are not only highly disciplined and peaceful, but earn their living legitimately. From Lome, the Republic of Togo, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
And to security matters now, the federal government has assembled 1,000-strong military force comprising the Army, Air Force, Police and the Civil Defense to launch fierce attacks on the bandits terrorizing the villages and towns of Zamfara State. Following directives by President Muhammadu Buhari, the Nigerian Air Force has begun the deployment of fighter aircraft to Katsina, the airport with the closest proximity to Zamfara State, to make for immediate and effective response to the menace of bandits. This had not been possible in the past because there was no fuel depot facility in Katsina, but NAF has devised a way around the problem. The president has also authorized the engagement by NAF of advanced satellite surveillance technology to help in accurate detection of movement and locations of bandits. Sequel to the directives from the president at the weekend, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, was in Gusau, where he met the Deputy Governor of the state. The Chief of Air Staff reiterated the president's pledge that he would never abandon victims of attacks to their fate, reaffirming that security remains one of the cardinal pillars of his campaign promises, and no leader will be happy to see his own citizens killed by criminal groups across the country. The presidency therefore appeals to all Nigerians to unite and speak with one voice on security issues and urges politicians to stop exploiting national security challenges. A statement by Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, urges members of the Nigerian media to avoid unhelpful and deadly sensationalism in the coverage of events that border on national security. And away from that to agriculture, the federal government's initiative towards reviving the textile industry has received a boost as new improved varieties of cotton seeds are set to be released to farmers. Agriculturists are of the view that the scarcity of cotton contributed largely to the collapse of major textile factories in Nigeria. Musa Baba Aliu has details.
Cotton production has always been the lifeware of the Nigerian textile industry. However, the sector has since been faced with challenges such as lack of fiber cotton, which is the viable raw material for the industry.
Without cotton, sustainable cotton production, then obviously the Ginas, who are the immediate users of the cotton produced by farmers, will not meet their installed capacities, will not be in profit, they will shut down.
Cotton farmers, on the other hand, have been complaining of low yield as a result of pests and diseases, thereby causing a substantial decrease in cotton production in the country.
We normally spend money much on chemical, like snapper and other things, to prevent it.
Realizing the important role of cotton and textile industry in the economic development of Nigeria, the federal government has engaged the services of scientists to produce high-yielding varieties of cotton seeds that are resistant to pests and diseases. 2 new improved varieties have been certified and released for commercial production and distribution to farmers.
And then it's also high-yielding at the same time, and the fiber length is okay. And then the yield is 4.1 to 4.4 tons per hectare. But the conventional cotton only gives you 1 to maybe 1.2 or 1.6 tons per hectare.
And we know that this is going to massively help provide jobs, both job creation and wealth creation, because all those moribund industries, most of them can now spring back to life, our textile industries.
Farmers have described the development as a major breakthrough, with expectations that very soon most textile industries that went comatose will be resuscitated. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
I'm being joined by Mrs. Rose Gidado, the country rep Open Forum for Agriculture, who has come to the studio to discuss more on the new cotton variety of cotton seeds. You're welcome to Panorama.
Thank you for having me here.
Tell us more on the new variety of the cotton seeds that's just been introduced into the market.
Okay, the details about the cotton varieties, the two varieties that have been registered and released by the Varietal Release Committee. Of course, there are two varieties, and all the varieties are high yielding. They are tolerant, also tolerant and resistant to the bollworm insect infestation. And then they also have beta fiber lengths, that's 50 to 50.5 millimeters. They also have good quality, cotton fiber, and so on and so forth.
All right, now what is the difference? Obviously, you've mentioned some distinct qualities of the new seeds, but what are their names? Do they have different names from what we know as to a layman? Well, cotton, it's cotton, but what is the distinct feature and the difference between the conventional cotton and the new variety?
The difference between the conventional cotton and the new variety, and the old variety, that's the conventional variety, of course, is in terms of yield potential. The conventional variety gives you like 600 to 900 kg per hectare. But the new varieties, the two new varieties, they give you 4.1 tons to 4.4 tons per hectare. And then in terms of resistance to insect and pest infestation, the new varieties are resistant to insect and pest infestation, while the conventional varieties are not. So, and that is why farmers often, they end up, losing what they produce because of the insect infestation. Cotton is actually highly susceptible to so many insect attacks. And the most ravaging insects, of course, are the bollworm insects, within the bollworm family. And so, but with these new varieties, of course, farmers will have good quality, access to good quality cotton seeds that will actually give them 100% germination. And then in terms of productivity, it will be high. The yield will be high. And then the quality of the cotton lint will be of high quality. And they will also be from short fiber to medium fiber and then to long fiber. I think Nigeria has advantage of having both, the short, medium to the long fiber, because we need all this in our country.
Now, let's go back to the issue of accessibility, because you mentioned as in farmers having access to it. How accessible is cotton, this new variety of cotton, to the farmers?
They'll be accessible. We have the company. That's the Mayoko Nigeria Private Limited. It's a seed company, it's Indian-based, but they are also here in Nigeria. They are registered, and they're going to work hand in hand with our institute that has the mandate for cotton, and that's the Institute for Agricultural Research, IAR Zaria. They're going to work hand in hand with the seed company, with the Mayoko seed company, and then they're going to multiply these seeds, get them certified, and then multiplied. And of course, they'll be distributed to farmers. Farmers will have access. And then not also these two institutes. We have the NACOTAN. NACOTAN is a National Association of Cotton in Nigeria. That is actually chairmaned by Mr. Anibe Achimugu. And so they're all going to work together with all the cotton farmers and then make the seeds available to the farmers.
All right, in our background report, we talked about, agriculture is being very optimistic that it will boost the textile industry, Now, can you tell us what impact will it have?
Yeah, it's going to have, it's a major breakthrough for Nigeria and for us also in our agency, the National Biotech Development Agency, that actually promotes this technology. We coordinate and then we facilitate. We also work hand in hand with the agri-research institutes that have mandates for some of these crops. So it's really a major breakthrough. It's going to help because farming is all about having yield, very strong yields, harvestable yields. And once your yield potential is high, of course, profit margin is there. So the farmers are going to make over like 50%, of a profit. And once that is there, of course, the textile industry will be revamped, because we have many textile industry and most of them are in comatose. They've all gone down, you know, because of the low yields that Nigerian farmers have been experiencing due to this insect and pest infestation. The farmers have run away from cotton cultivation, even breeders, like, you know, going into cotton breeding. They've all left it because of this insect menace. So, but with this new variety, everything is going to be revamped. Everything is going to bounce back. Life is going to be returned to the farmers and all. And once they have very high yielding cotton, you know, seeds and all, of course, their profit margin will be high. The farmers will be empowered, and the farmers will have access to these seeds. And then everything will bounce back. The cotton industry will have, the textile industry will have raw materials, good quality raw materials. And Nigeria is going to be a global player, you know, of course, in the cotton business industry.
And the textile industry.
In the textile industry, Nigeria is going to be a major player. Nigeria is going to export. We're going to export. We're not going to be an import country as we used to be. So, because you remember in the 60s and 70s, the cotton industry, the textile industry used to be the second largest employer of labor. So there's going to be income, you know, generation. There's going to be job creation. There's going to be wealth creation. So everything, of course, it's going to add to, no doubt, it's a gold mine. It's a major breakthrough. It's a gold mine. It's a big milestone in the agri-biotech industry and all.
All right. So, we've been talking with Rose Gidado to shed more light on the introduction of new cotton varieties. She's the country rep, Open Forum for Agriculture. You're watching Panorama on the service of the NTA. More to come after this break.
The struggle for independence had been a long and tough one. Our founding fathers and compatriots sacrificed their comfort and even shed their blood. We cannot at this point in history afford to spirit away their sacrifices for immediate but temporary gains of today. Let us emphasize what unites and not what divides us. Working for the unity of purpose with a stronger vision for a better tomorrow. NTA, growing with the nation.
Together, no matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together. Let's stop fighting each other. Let us live as one. It doesn't matter where you come from, your tribe or religion, man, woman or child. It doesn't matter who you are. Put Nigeria first. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
How can we develop when we're always in crisis? Families have become refugees in their country. No matter our differences, show some understanding.
No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
Nigeria, the only country we can train with remarkable potentials to excel. Let us believe in ourselves and change our attitude for the sake of our country and generations unborn. Let us revive our cultural values, which are our essence as a nation. Let us renew the spirit of patriotism and hope in our dear country. Do not take or give bribe. Be punctual always. No more African time. We can't expect to be global citizens and operate on African time. Join the queue. Insist that people are attended to on a first-come basis, no matter who they are or where they come from.
Nigeria, good people, great nation.
Thank you for staying tuned. Panorama continues now. The federal government has inaugurated a multi-million naira erosion and flood control project in Dumbulum village of Tsanyawa local government area of Kano State. Mohammed Rabiu Ali reports that the project undertaken by the Ecological Fund Office fixed the main bridge which links the village and the main market.
The community is a 14 kilometers away from the headquarters of Tsanyawa local government area. Predominantly farmers, but the community has been grappling with erosion for many years, making life difficult for them. The intervention by the federal government brought succor by providing access roads and flood control.
And keeping faith with President Muhammadu Buhari's pledge that no part of this country will suffer neglect owing to its geographical location or its political inclination or any other reason, because all parts of Nigeria are very dear to the President's heart.
I wish to also call on the residents of Dumbulung and indeed Anyawa local government to reciprocate this good gesture by voting President Muhammadu Buhari and all APC candidates from 2019. This is the only way we can guarantee continuity of projects such as this that impact positively on the lives of Nigerians.
People are happy, cleared, peace of mind that anywhere they are, they don't have any fear of coming back to their houses, whatever amount of rain that is falling.
The project was funded by the Ecological Fund Office and it is expected to last for 20 years. From Kano, Muhammad Rabi Ali, NTA News.
To further strengthen the existing relationship with the country, Japan has donated 12 ambulances to the Nigerian's health sector. Basi Taipang reports that the donation makes the total number of ambulances donated by the Japanese government to 41.
The donation by the Japanese government is to complement the federal government on its efforts at advancing healthcare delivery in the country.
Many fields of our assistance to Nigeria, industry, economic development, or humanitarian assistance of the Northeast people, but the health sector is one of the main pillars.
The minister, while commending Japanese government for the gesture, said it will promote emergency response in the country. He, however, warned beneficiaries to put the ambulance to proper use.
The recovery group plan has 3 pillars. The first is to revamp our economy. The third is to build a competitive economy. And the second, which is most important, is to invest in our people. So we want to thank you for joining hands with our leadership, the president, and leadership in governance in investing in our people.
The ambulance will be distributed to 36 states of the Federation and the FCT. Basi Taipa, NTA News.
The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has resolved to incorporate new concepts and principles of disaster management as obtained in advanced systems for effective and efficient operations. This is part of the 17-point communique issued at the end of a 3-day workshop on repositioning, strengthening and reorientation for zonal coordinators, heads of operation officers and management staff of NEMA. Ilyasu Ali Yakubu reports.
Other top points of the communique include the need to prioritize disaster risk reduction vis-a-vis framework satellite surveillance system for preparedness and mitigation, motivational packages for NEMA staff, as well as proper distribution of equipment across the country for immediate response to any form of disaster were also highlighted. The communique described the current operational structure for disaster management in the federal, state and local government as weak and suggested efforts that are geared towards assistance through capacity building for effective and efficient operations.
All hands must be on deck to ensure that the gap is closed, if not eliminated. In view of the dynamic nature of emergency management, this document must be periodically reviewed and new ones considered necessary developed.
The NEMA boss says the agency has been working around the clock to ensure safety and well-being of Nigerians, especially resident in the flood-prone areas, since the commencement of the 2018 rainy season. In Abuja, Ilyasu Ali Yakubu, NTA News.
And talking sports now, Team Commandant wins 2018 National Defense College Sports Competition as Benzati returns to manage Tunisia's Carthage Eagles for the 4th time. Amanzi Marcos has details on Sports Update.
Team Commandant are champions of the National Defense College Abuja Course 26 sports competition, winning 4 of 7 events: volleyball, tennis, basketball and tug of war, while participant team won in football, squash and badminton. In invitational relay, Team Nigeria Police won the 4x100 meters in 41.73 seconds, followed by Team Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, while Team Federal Fire Service